It is only Tuesday, and this week is not disappointing so far. Not at all. Not at all. Shannon Beador whipping around that corner, smashing into the house, backing up, pulling away, down the block, stopping in the middle of the street, taking her dog out, trying to play it like she was walking her dog. What time did this happen? It looked dark out. But I just feel like Jeff Lewis's friends are falling. They're dropping like flies everywhere. I love you, Heather, but since the feud, there's just been a film on the podcast. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I feel that way. It just like the dream team has been compromised. And that's what you learn when you work in Hollywood, when you live in Hollywood. Creators have their clique, right? Like every Adam Sandler movie, it's the same people. Judd Apatow, same people. So these creators, these directors and producers and actors, Brad Pitt, like they all have their crew that they work with because it's magic. The magic has been compromised. I'm devastated. I don't know what it is. They're all around the same age, and I wonder if it has something to do with astrology. Yes, I said it. I wonder if it has something to do with astrology. Maybe it's like the North and South node. Interesting. I don't know if you're an astrologer and you know more about this. Again, I still haven't gotten Heather's birth chart, but I'm going to. Because my bet is she is a Leo rising, Gemini sun. Or she is Leo prominent in her chart. Now, I thought that Shannon was out with Chef Stu and Jeff partying for Chef Stu's birthday. But no. That was Friday night. She crashed in the early morning hours, I believe, of Sunday. So it didn't have anything to do with them. I was like, holy shit. If Jeff was with her and then she got in the car and she drove, that would have been horrible for Jeff's credibility, if you ask me. But I feel like there's so much upheaval in that podcast arena with all of those people. And it's so, as a viewer, we want to see the good stuff. We want to laugh. We want to be satisfied with every episode. I don't feel like that's happening. And that sucks. It's so annoying. Who knows if this is going to be like a real wake-up call for Shannon. Every time I watch her on Jeff Lewis Live, she's always like, Jeff, don't say that. Don't say that. Oh my God. And Jeff needles her, but my laundry's done. But she fakes this like bashful, don't talk about sex. It's like that Ramona. Yes, that's what it is. That's what it is. It's like they're of that generation of like, but clearly she's repressing some stuff because she's drinking and whipping around corners and crashing into frickin' somebody's house. We shall see how it plays out. Jeff was super somber, like he sounded very monotone when he delivered that news the other day on his podcast, or I'm sorry, on Sirius. So we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. But let's talk about Southern Charm. I can't look away. I can't look away of Southern Charm. Every time I watch Chef Rose, I just picture him as like a colonial general, just fucking bitches everywhere, not giving a shit about anyone but himself, coming from a very privileged family. And when he was like, oh, I was in Australia, it's like childlike wonder. That childlike wonder comes from partying your way across the continent and not having to ever think twice about money. That's the childlike wonder, okay? This man will never be brought back down to earth because he is blessed. I don't know what kind of fucking vibe, like, what is it about certain familial lines that just know how to keep that money flowing and going? And then some people's family is just like broke and can never like get up, but he did Taylor so dirty. And Austin is a fucking bottom feeder, okay? There's my neighbor who runs with the American flag. No, it's gigantic, but okay. Anyway, he did Taylor so dirty. Austin is such a dog, and he was like, oh, I care. He cares. Neither of these men have a shred of morals and ethics, and it's like, I have some serious questions about Austin Kroll. I don't want to say them out loud because I just feel like he's not a good guy. I just feel like he's not a good guy. And he definitely, when they said, Taylor, did you hook up with Austin? And she like takes a deep breath. Yes, of course they hooked up. Of course. And I don't want to like shit on Taylor, but her facial expressions they're giving 58-year-old Southern woman. I see her as a young person on screen, but I really see her as like an older Southern mom. I can just see that in her. It's so weird. It's so weird. I look at her. And then as she's at the party for Madison and Brad, she's getting drunker and drunker. And I'm like, oh my God. I feel for her though. And here's the real point that I want to make. This is giving me like Catherine and Thomas vibes. They take these young women, and as women, we are all allowed to try to change a few men. Like, it's just inherently a part of our wild woman process. Like, we all try to tame the handsome, swashbuckling, commitment phobe. But it turns you into Catherine. Catherine chasing Thomas down, what was it, like the bridge or whatever, in the fur coat. Thomas! Like, that's what these men turn these women into. And then Shep has the audacity to say, well, you shouldn't date me. Sir, here's a beautiful young woman, and you're a handsome man with like a nice condo and a good family. Of course she's going to want to date you. You take her to France, you take her to London. Of course she's going to want to date you. You're fun. And then she's going to say, well, we have this great, amazing connection. Maybe I can change him. This is where I disagree with men. Me as a woman, if I think that a man is getting the wrong idea about how I feel about him, I will stop communication, because I don't ever want to lead anybody on. And I think at the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's like she felt led on by Shep, and he knew, I'm never going to marry you, but he did end up telling her, I'm never going to change. I just think that Shep he might come from like wealth, like monetary wealth, but he does not have a shred of humility. Not a shred. And I don't want to be mean, but I'm gonna be mean. Him at Madison and Brad's party, he was like, Like he looked like Mr. Burns. He looked just like Mr. Burns. And I was like, girl, ladies, we're jealous over Mr. Burns. Are you kidding me? So all the money in the world, it can't buy you class, Shep Rose, and it cannot buy you, teeth that don't look like Mr. Burns, apparently. I think he is just such a dirty dog. And I think that Austin is equally such a dirty dog for swooping in, knowing Taylor. I bet him and Taylor get married. That's my prediction. Taylor is so his type. Now, that's going to cause a huge rift between Olivia and Taylor because they're Thelma and Louise, apparently. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. We'll see. We'll see how it all shakes out. But when I saw Austin walking around his apartment making tea in his stupid, trop hop shirt, I was like, okay, Ramona. Okay, Ramona, True Faith. When she was walking across the bridge telling Bethany what a horrible person she was, wearing True. Okay. It's giving Delulu energy. And I feel like Vanita is stunning and she's too normal for this crowd. Vanita is so beautiful and pristine. I'm like, what are you doing with these people? And her boyfriend is just glowing at her. He's so cute too. I'm like, you guys are too normal for these fucking messes. Craig and Paige are low-key obsessed with each other. Obsessed. You could tell that Paige plays hard to get, but she loves Craig and she loves that he wants her at the house all the time. And she's like, no, sorry, I have to work. No, sorry. That is why their relationship works. I'm not to bring it back to astrology. I'm not sure what their Venus sign is, but I feel like it's a fire sign. I feel like their Venus signs are in Sagittarius. I don't know, but Craig gives me Cancer vibes too. A moon in Cancer or something like that. I know he's an Aquarius and Paige is a Scorpio. We need these charts. But they're so obsessed with each other. And that little bit of distance gives them, I think they are both in need of excitement and kind of being shaken out of the mundane. So I think that they will go the distance. Just the way, and Craig wants that connection. Ladies, you will know a man wants a connection with you because he will want you to be with him all the time. It's your job to play a little hard to get. Seriously, it's not a bad thing. So exactly what Paige is doing is good. She's investing her time there. She's helping him decorate and all that stuff. But then she does go home and she has her Paige time and she's able to nap and record Giggly Squad, which I love. So yeah, it's good that he wants her there all the time. And it's good that she has her own time away. What else? Nothing was more ridiculous than watching the boys go into that store to pick out outfits for Madison's thing, her party, and seeing a picture of Errol Flynn and Austin going, oh my God, that guy looks just like me. Okay, Errol Flynn was a child predator and didn't like Jewish people in a real bad way. So, Austin, if that's your vibe, I'm not disagreeing. You give me that vibe. If this was the 70s or 60s, I feel like Austin gives me those vibes. Allegedly. Now, Madison must feel so incredibly vindicated. She has the gorgeous husband who loves her son and loves her. And he seems very quiet and very reserved. But I am Team Madison all the way. When Taylor says to Craig, oh, what about when Paige cheated on you? It gave me flashbacks to when Austin tortured, it was like Austin and Shep tortured Madison. And then she said that stuff about Shep and Danny and what he gave her. Okay? These men turn these women into, like, it brings out the psycho part of us. And I've been with men like this. They know the little triggers to set you off. And then, oh my God, you're so crazy. But hearing Madison say, Taylor, no, you can't say that. And then seeing Craig's eyes like go dark, like he was like, it was a micro expression. But if you watch it, you can see the mood shift in Craig's eyes. I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I don't think Paige cheated on Craig at all. At all. Mm-mm. But we will see. Summerhouse is gearing up to, you know, come and be shown. And it's like, that, oof, that is going to be a train wreck. Poor Lindsay. She's a bitch, but nobody deserves that. Danielle, with your gorgeous, immaculate, glowing skin, have better boundaries this time. Fool me once. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. But on to RHONY. Bryn is laying it on a little too thick with Jenna. Now, you can see Bryn get drunker and drunker. And, like, she was giving Luann face. When Luann gets drunk and when Luann was going through her, like, just be cool, don't be all uncool face. When Luann would drink, she would get a certain kind of face, like an I don't give a shit face. And Bryn, as she was drinking and getting drunker and drunker, like she's leaning back, she's getting loose, like the hair is a little bit, you know, messed up. So I was dying at that. But she's laying it on a little thick with Jenna. I don't know. I don't think it's super appropriate because I don't think either one of them are ever going to end up being together. And maybe it's just like fun and lighthearted, but I felt like it was a little bit too much. A little bit here and there, cute, funny, whatever, but like, are you okay? Her bringing her breakfast and leaving the dress, and I don't know. I was just like, this is too much. Are you okay? Do you have allergies? Yes. I know. Me too. Now, the Uba and Erin fight. Holy shit. Also, Sai yelling at Jessel on the boat. Oh my God, Sai. And then she takes like a big sip of her drink and I'm like, Sai is a little toasty. And Sai is getting a little like, I'm about to throw down with you with Jessel. And Jessel's like, darling. Like, she is so queen of putting on airs. But that's okay. That's okay. Now, Uba and Erin, holy shit. Erin, I don't know how much I love her character on the show. She's giving spoiled brat vibes. Stealing Uba's phone, and then Uba stealing her sunglasses, and Uba is so much taller than her, and you could just see in Erin's face that nobody has ever approached her that way. But I would not fuck with Uba. Hell no, she's so much taller than Erin. And Erin, she eats like 4 pieces of kiwi, a strawberry, and then Bryn comes up and she's like doing like Jane Fonda workout. So she's, yeah, food is not Erin's priority, okay? And Uba's like always snacking and has the energy to beat her fucking ass. So we'll see how it plays out in the next episode. I just think that they're all bullying Jessel, and it's like they're being so weird about it. I still don't think that it should be called RHONY. I really don't. Please put Jenna on our old favorite cast. Thank you very much. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out in the next episode. I wonder if they're going. Uba went from getting her millions of dollars in jewels to ripping her sunglasses off of her face. Interesting. You know, and a lot of people are like, oh, well, they don't have history, so this doesn't feel authentic. It doesn't at all. And when they were telling the stories at the table, and Jessel was telling her story about, you know, being topless at the bar and falling in the grotto, and Erin was like crying. You know, when you get like douche bumps for people because you're like, oh my God, that is so fake, that is so phony, and you get like embarrassed for them. That is how I felt when I was watching them at the table laugh about each one of the stories. It was so cringy and so contrived, and they should have, there had to be other scenes that they could have put in. That was not a good representation of the authenticity of the girls' connection. Just if you ask me. It felt very phony. Erin laughing so hard, like nothing felt more phony than that. So I was like, this is so cringy. And then Bryn just constantly inappropriately hitting on Jenna, and them, you know, ganging up on Jessel. And it's just, we're going to see. I don't know. But you could tell that when Uba ripped Erin's sunglasses off, she was shocked. Erin was shocked. I can't wait to see how it plays out. I'm not gonna lie. I hope this is like an 18 episode season. I want more. Give me more so that way I can feel invested for next season. All right, I am so thankful that you guys are tuning in, that you like this, our little recaps. I am obsessed with pop culture. Everyone who knows me knows that I love pop culture. I'm like queen of pop culture trivia. So thank you for tuning in, and we will continue to cover these stories. And, you know, thank God that no one was hurt in the Shannon Beador accident. And Archie is okay, and she's taking responsibility. And, you know, we'll see Southern Charm and how that's all going to play out. But I will see you guys next time. So like, comment, share, hit all the buttons, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.